Listen closely, because this might be the first time in your life someone tells you the truth without sugarcoating it. Motivation is a liar. It shows up when life is easy and disappears the moment things get difficult. But discipline is the quiet force that builds champions, restores broken lives, and turns dreams into reality even on the days you feel nothing. If you've been waiting to feel motivated before you act, this is your wake-up call. There comes a moment in every person's life when they hit a wall, not because they're incapable, not because they're unworthy, but because they've built their entire life around chasing motivation. Something that was never meant to guide them long-term. Motivation is emotional. It's unstable. It's deeply connected to how you feel in the moment. And feelings change. You can wake up one day excited about your goals and the next day feel empty, tired, irritated, or overwhelmed. If you rely on motivation, your life will always be a reflection of your mood, not your potential. That's why so many people never reach the life they want. They're waiting for the perfect morning, the perfect energy, the perfect vibe, when what they really need is discipline, the built-in engine that keeps moving no matter how the weather of your emotions changes. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what needs to be done. Motivation is the spark. Discipline is the fire. Motivation is beautiful. It's exciting. It gives you energy, ideas, visions, and dreams. But like a spark, it burns bright and burns out fast. Discipline, however, is the fire you feed every day. It may start small, but it becomes unstoppable over time. The problem is, very few people ever invest in building that fire. Instead, they keep waiting for sparks. And sparks don't build anything lasting. Think about how many times you've said, "I'll start when I feel ready. I'll do it when I have more energy. I'll change when life calms down." But life doesn't calm down. It doesn't wait. It doesn't pause for you to catch your breath. Life moves. And if you don't move with it, it leaves you behind. The truth no one tells you is this: your future doesn't need a motivated version of you. It needs a disciplined one. Discipline is not natural. It's built. People often look at successful individuals and assume discipline comes naturally to them. They think these are the people who wake up every morning excited to grind, work, push, and improve. But that's not reality. The truth is, the most disciplined people in the world rarely feel like doing the hard things. They simply do them anyway. They built the habit. They built the consistency. They built the identity. And here's the important part: they built it through discomfort, not inspiration. You don't develop discipline in moments of excitement. You develop it in moments of resistance. It grows every time you act, even though you're tired. Every time you keep going, even though you're stressed. Every time you get up, even though your mind says stay down. Discipline is a muscle, and like any muscle, it grows through repeated effort, not repeated motivation. Motivation gives you a goal. Discipline gives you a life. Motivation can help you set a goal. It can help you dream big. It can help you imagine the life you want. But after that, motivation steps aside, because goals don't care about your excitement. They care about your execution. You don't achieve dreams by imagining them. You achieve them by showing up. And here's the raw truth: most people fail not because their goals were too big, but because their habits were too small. Motivation makes you talk about what you want. Discipline makes you build it day by day. The lies motivation tells you. Motivation whispers you'll feel ready soon. You just need the right moment. Start when everything is perfect. But perfection doesn't exist. There will always be stress, distractions, responsibilities, fears, doubts, and noise in your life. If you wait for the perfect time, you will wait forever. Motivation tells you to wait for a feeling. Discipline tells you to create the feeling through action. Motivation tells you to stay comfortable. Discipline tells you to step into growth. Motivation tells you to take the easy path. Discipline tells you there is no easy path, just the path you walk every day. Discipline is the ultimate form of self-respect. People often think discipline is punishment. They think it's harsh, strict, or controlling. But discipline is not punishment. Discipline is commitment. It's the moment you say to yourself, "I deserve a better life, and I'm willing to build it. I trust myself enough to follow through. I care about my future more than my comfort." When you practice discipline, you're telling your future self, "I won't abandon you." You're building a relationship with yourself. You're creating proof that you can rely on your own actions. And that self-trust becomes the foundation of confidence. Confidence doesn't come from motivation. It comes from evidence. Evidence that you can do hard things consistently. The boring days matter more than the exciting days. Anyone can work hard when life is exciting. Anyone can push themselves when they feel inspired. Anyone can stay committed when things are going well. But what about the boring days, the slow days, the ordinary days when nothing feels special? Those days determine who you become. Because discipline is not built during big moments. It's built during small, repetitive ones. Showing up when it's dull. Showing up when it's tiring. Showing up when it's uncomfortable. Your success is hidden in the days no one sees, The quiet hours when you choose consistency over comfort. Your feelings are not your leaders. This might be difficult to hear, but it's necessary. Your feelings should not be in charge of your life. If you let your emotions decide your actions, you will live a life of reaction, not creation. There will be days you don't feel like studying, days you don't feel like working out, days you don't feel like improving your skills, days you don't feel like doing anything productive. And that's okay. Feelings are human, but they cannot be allowed to dictate your destiny. Discipline is the compass. Feelings are the weather. You do not change your direction because the weather is bad. You keep moving. Small daily wins beat big rare efforts. Many people try to change their lives with huge bursts of effort. They go all in for 2 days, then disappear for 2 months. They think intensity is the key, but intensity without consistency is useless. You don't need to do everything perfectly. You just need to do something consistently. A 10-minute workout every day is more powerful than a 2-hour workout once a week. Reading 5 pages every day is more effective than reading 100 pages once a month. Working 1 hour on your goals daily is more productive than doing 10 hours once in a burst of motivation. Small steps repeated daily beat massive steps taken occasionally. This is the truth that changes everything. Discipline turns I wish into I will. There's a moment in life when you transition from dreaming to doing. It happens the instant you stop relying on motivation and start relying on discipline. Because discipline removes excuses. It removes hesitation. It removes the illusion that you need perfect conditions to begin. Suddenly, your language shifts. I wish I had better habits becomes I'm building better habits. I wish I had a better body becomes I'm training for a better body. I wish I had more confidence becomes I'm earning my confidence daily. I wish I had a better life becomes I'm creating a better life. Discipline turns desire into direction. Direction turns action into achievement. When you choose discipline, you become dangerous, not dangerous in a harmful way. Dangerous in a powerful way. Because the world is full of people who depend on motivation. People who wait for inspiration. People who only move when life feels good. But someone who operates from discipline. Someone who shows up no matter what. Someone who remains consistent even when life is chaotic. That person becomes unstoppable. They don't need external validation. They don't need perfect circumstances. They don't need someone cheering them on. Their power comes from within. Their strength comes from commitment. Their progress comes from consistency. The world doesn't know how to compete with a person like that. Your future self is watching. Imagine your future self standing in front of you right now. Healthier, stronger, smarter, more confident, more stable, more fulfilled. They are watching you. Not with judgment, but with hope. Because every action you take today brings you one step closer to becoming them. Or one step further away. Your future self doesn't need you to be perfect. They don't need you to feel motivated. They don't need you to have everything figured out. They just need you to be disciplined, to show up, to keep going, to move forward, even when it's hard. That is how you build a life worth living. If there is one message you take from this, it's this: stop expecting motivation to change your life. It won't. It can't. It was never created for that purpose. Motivation is a visitor. Discipline is a home. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation starts the story. Discipline writes the ending. The life you want is not built on what you feel. It's built on what you do. And the moment you choose discipline over motivation, your entire identity changes. If this message reached you today, that means one thing: you're ready. Ready to stop waiting. Ready to stop procrastinating. Ready to stop chasing temporary feelings. Ready to build a life guided by discipline, not emotion. Because your future self is depending on you, and deep down, you know it's time. If this inspired you, make sure you subscribe to NGO Star, where we help you strengthen your mind, upgrade your habits, and build the life you were meant to live. This is your moment. Take the step, stay disciplined, and keep going, no matter what.